Mindlessly scrolling, mindlessly scrolling, mindlessly scrolling. Ooh, boobies. So what are you building anyway, man? I don't know, man. I'm kind of waiting for the next video to tell me what I'm supposed to build. Hey, I hate to break it to you, but having 32 tabs open and watching 5 webinars won't make you rich. What's up, guys? It's Frankie here. In this video, we're talking the #1 agency success secret. I see a lot of people making a very common mistake, and they feel like they're getting closer to the goals, but they're actually doing stuff that actually pushes you further away. And this is something that I really haven't seen anybody else talking about, so I wanted to kind of do a deep dive for you guys so that you guys come out ahead and win. And for those of you guys who don't know me already, my name's Frankie Finn. I wrote this best-selling book as well as this new one, Passive Automated Recurring Income, which hit #1 in 3 categories. You can find that on the old Amazon. I also have built 3 of my own agencies up to 100 plus clients, helped thousands of people worldwide to live this more beach, less laptop lifestyle. Let's get into the good stuff. All right, you guys ready for the big secret? And I'm gonna make this really, really simple. Is we get paid when we produce things for other people, and we do not make money when we consume things. So I'm not against consuming stuff. I wouldn't make videos for you guys to consume if I didn't, but I'm gonna show you guys a tip at the end of this that'll hopefully make your life easier. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of this, because a lot of times when people are consuming, which means consuming courses, watching trainings, videos, scrolling, a lot of that can feel like productivity, feel like you're making stuff happen because you're learning cool things from it, but actuality, that is not actually moving you closer to your goal. So let me make this really, really simple. For the vast majority of you guys, which covers probably about 80 to 90% of the agencies in the world, the 2 things that will move you forward are conversations with your target market, learning something about them, and then ultimately making offers to them. Offers specifically to solve problems. So I want to give you guys something on here that I think will make your life a lot easier and make you feel super happy like this. It's not unusual to be loved. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. But when I see you hanging about with anyone. I hope you guys are that happy for the rest of your lives. Just so you guys know, okay, so I'll tell you a distinction I made is I like to read a lot of books. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. And I found like a lot of times, like just the sheer act of reading books became an overwhelming thing. And so I set myself what I call my rule of 1, which is I decided I have to take one idea and turn it into action from everything I read and consume. So that made it so the limiting thing wasn't how much stuff I could watch, but actually like what was I gonna do about what I watched? Sometimes you'll consume something and you'll find like there's nothing actually of value in it. But a lot of times you will find like, hey, there's one good idea in this book. And a lot of times I would stop the book halfway through, go and look for it, and then go, how can I actually put this into practice? And I would stop reading the book until I got the idea actually built in my real world experience. I'll tell you another thing, by the way, which is a common agency trap, which feels like progress but is actually not, is updating your website. I used to spend copious amounts of time updating my website. In reality, nobody even knew we existed because we weren't having any conversations and we weren't making any offers and we weren't, excuse me, putting any stuff in the marketplace. So what you ultimately want to do is spend more time actually in front of your target market, learning about them, making offers, seeing if you can actually help them solve problems, and then taking those ideas and putting them into action. And I know for a lot of you guys, by the way, you guys are coming out of places where some of you guys still have a full-time job and are looking to like build the agency on the side, and you got some asshole like Lumberg telling you what to do in a day.
Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports.
So back in the day, I used to spend a lot of time, by the way, consuming courses, trainings, videos, and scrolling, and then updating my website. And at the end of the day, I would go, man, whew, that was exhausting. But what ultimately didn't actually happen was money show up, because money only happens when you produce things of value. And I'll tell you the biggest reason most people don't make things of value for other people and ends up getting them the do not pass to the almighty $, meaning you don't get paid for stuff you create.
You shall not pass!
Only one of the greatest scenes ever. And if you want your stuff to translate into cash, you ultimately have to produce stuff. And so what happens is, for a lot of people, they won't make videos because they make it too much about themselves. They go, well, my hair is, I got a pimple today, or I hate the way my voice sounds on camera. It sounds super nasally, and therefore won't produce reports or values or webinars or trainings or materials that other people can consume. And if you're not producing anything, then you're probably consuming, and you're probably not going to make very much money in consuming. In fact, usually consuming, by the way, negatively costs you money, because some of those courses and trainings and things like that are not free. And by the way, I'm not against courses and trainings and things like that. What I am for is make sure you have at least one real world idea that you can take and use and put into practice. And what you'll find is your stuff works a lot better. By the way, this is something I had to talk with our folks in the Wolfpack, which is our private mastermind to agency owners. You can find more about that on our website at beyondagencyprofits.com. And it's pretty awesome. It's kind of like this. So I urge you guys to pick up your phone or pick up a piece of paper or open up a Google Doc and create something for somebody else in your marketplace to consume. And what you'll find is just that act alone of like training that behavior will ultimately produce way more money than any amount of this stuff. And I'll tell you, for me personally, like I said, I used to spend like 8 hours a day doing this stuff. And I just felt like, whew, exhausted at the end of the day. Felt like I was getting somewhere, but like the bank account didn't grow. And the more I actually had real life conversations with people in my marketplace and made real life offers for them to work together, and I took those ideas and put them into action, and I improved on those conversations, improved on those offers, we tend to make a lot more money. So I hope this one is really like cutting through the noise. And like I said, like this is not bad as long as you do this. And by the way, for me, I spend probably about 30 minutes a day just like pointless scrolling. So it's okay to have like some downtime. Like I'm not saying you guys can't ever, watch some stupid cat videos or look at some boobies or whatever you're looking at. Join my OnlyFans page. That's a joke, by the way. Not saying you can't do this stuff, but if you're only consuming and it's not like actually put into action, you're not at all moving anything forward. So this is me giving you the kick in the ass that says, go make something for somebody else in your marketplace, and I promise you, you'll make more money than most people do just by doing that one little thing. You can spend 5-10 minutes a day producing something for somebody else, and you'll be in better shape than most people who do nothing. And it's as simple as like, just grab a phone and start talking about a problem your audience has and something you figured out, an insight you guys have gathered. Like for example, if I was talking to a plastic surgeon, I'd say, hey, a lot of you guys got crazy high overhead. We figured out that the way to deal with the crazy high overhead is to sell your expensive procedures, your mommy makeovers, your rhinoplasty, your nose job, which means your website should talk about those kind of procedures that make you the most money. And you should have before and after pictures of those things, because those are the people you most want to call you, and you should be going after those kind of keywords. And if you make that video, a percentage of those people are going to want to pay you to implement that idea. If you can just get your head around the idea that ideas equal free and implementation is the money, then you never have to hold back with any of your ideas, because it's the implementation which you're ultimately getting paid for. So that's all I got for you guys in this video. I know it's simple, but it's one of the things that most people don't do, and nobody else talks about it, so I wanted to be the guy to jam on it. I hope it's helpful for you guys. Much love. May the force be with you. Hey guys, if you like this video, you may also like my best-selling book here, Beyond the Agency Box. It is all about scaling a digital marketing agency while eliminating meetings and phone calls. We actually sell our stuff phoneless. We don't have any client meetings, and we also hire our team entirely without meeting phone calls, which allows us to, like actually kind of live a life. I've laid out the entire blueprint and everything you need to know, getting clients, onboarding, setting expectations, scaling, building a team, you name it. It has been a bestseller on Amazon now for over 5 straight years, but now you can get it even cheaper than you can get it on Amazon. So I can't tell you the exact price because it may change when this video is released, but there should be a link to it below, either in the description of the video or as well as a pinned comment. So if you're interested in that, check out that video, and you can get a copy for super cheap.